Action Works Entertainment is proud to present Sittin' on a Tailgate podcast with your host, DJ Big Country.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Get ready. The Hot 20. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is your DJ.
Big Country.
This is your summertime station.
Hey everybody, this is Darren from the Darren Morris Band.
This is Audra McLaughlin from Season 6 of The Voice, Team Blake.
Hey everybody, this is Richard Lewis.
Hey everybody, we're the Darlings, and you're listening to our good friend Big Country on WBCW Florida Country Radio.
Take me away to that place where the good times roll.
All right. The boys are back in town. I put the feelers out to see who's around. 60 is the limit, but 100's what I'm hitting. Parking near the water where the diesels are sitting. High beams up as the sun goes down. Just take me away to that place that's just down the road. Take me out of the city in the 9 to 5 where the dirt shines like gold. That place where everybody feels it in their soul. Take me away to that place where the good times roll. Where the good times
roll. Been a tough day, the end is near. A truck pulls up, kiss to the mirror. Going to the party and we're tailgating, pulling up slow and the boys are whistling. Fire's picking up and the guys are yelling.
Just take me away to that place that's just down the road. Take me out of the city in the 9 to 5 where the dirt shines like gold. That place where everybody feels it in their soul. Take me away to that place where the good times roll. Where everybody sure feels good.
And that view ain't good clear, tucked back in the wall. Oh yeah.
Just take me away to that place that's just down the road. Take me out of the city in the 9 to 5 where the dirt shines like gold. That place where everybody feels it in their soul. Take me away to that place where the good times roll.
Just take me away.
Right down that road.
Just take me away.
Where the dirt shines like gold.
Just take me away.
Deep in our soul. Take me away to that place where the good times roll. Where the good times roll. Where the good times roll.
Good evening, everybody. It's Wednesday right here at Sitting on a Tailgate, hanging with you here. And, yeah, it's Wednesday. Hold on for a second here. Let's see, what does this say? You've seen my shaking and baking with Dee Dee? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah, everybody's messaging me at the same time and stuff like that. But it's Wednesday night right here at WBCW. Sitting on a Tailgate, hanging with you. Come and join us in the chat room on Spreaker.com if you want, or go to our Facebook page and hit the link up and check us out and listen to us. But we're at WBCWradio.com, and you can listen to our shows live on Wednesday and Sundays, and you can also hear us on demand. You can always go back and listen to them on, you got, let's see what we got. We got YouTube channel now, and we got, we just found Mixcloud. So, yeah, we're doing Mixcloud now. So it's mixcloud.com/Florida_country_radio. So you can also catch us there, too. So, yeah, hey, it's going to be a good thing. Real quick, we're going to be talking with Brandon Maddox here shortly in about 20 minutes or so. And then we're going to be talking with Diana Aguilar, who is a, let's see, what is she? She's a sportscaster / co-host / DJ / she pretty much does everything I do. Runs her mouth and does it real good at it. But she co-hosts certain times, sometimes, but she mainly is on 96.9 The Game. You can find them in the mornings on FM here in Orlando, and she hangs out with Mike Biondi and my buddy Ping from over at Local 6 WKMG. He's on there on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays with him. So, yeah, so we're going to be talking with all them tonight here on the show. So it's going to be interesting. Real quick, here's a local girl that just debuted her original single last night here on the station. Her name is Megan Stackpool, and the name of the song is Without You Now. So check it out, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
See, I never meant this to hurt anyone. I tried to fight him, but the miss you and just let it go. 'Cause I'm still humming the boys of the summer, baby. All I can remember is lying beside you now. Wake up every morning and I can smell the coffee brewing. Ooh, and I'm dying without you now. How do I get over you? I only wanna be with you. I can't even talk to you when my world comes crashing down. Wake up every morning, I wish I had you next to me. Oh, I'm dying without you now. I'm still humming that noise of the summer, baby. All I can remember is lying beside you now. I wake up every morning, I can smell that coffee brewing. Oh, wish I could wake up beside you now.
Brand new single from Megan Stackpole right here from Central Florida. She's a local artist, and she's trying to get her music out there. So we was proud to say yesterday that we would play her music on our radio station. So right here at WBCW Networks. And yeah, the music's good. But we're going to be talking with our buddy Brandon Maddox here shortly. He is up in Nashville. He's a Nashville singer-songwriter, been doing it for years, and we're going to talk to him about why Nashville is so screwed up. And hey, we don't talk no bullshit here on this station. It's all truth. I'm telling you, something's wrong with Nashville, and we got to fix it. Because if we don't, it's going to be bad. I'm telling you, definitely. Because things are happening that just doesn't make sense, and I don't know why. I'm trying to figure it out. But again, you want to join us? Come in on the chat room. We are at Spreaker here .com. Our website WBCWradio.com. It's also got the link to where you can click on the link on the page on our website to hear music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's our radio station. And yeah, it's got great artists on our radio station. Yeah, so it's all doing good. We're doing so good. But let's see, what do we got going on? Florida Country Radio will be out at Leesburg next weekend from Thursday to Sunday for Bike Fest 2017. Join us at the Wildwood Recreational Park, which is on US 301 in Wildwood. We have all kind of stuff happening out there. I'm going to be out there hosting all 4 days. I will have your music in between band sets. We're going to have live bands on Friday and Saturdays, I believe. This is also sponsored by Born to Ride magazine. We got biker games out there. We got biker events for $20 a person. You can't beat it. $20 a person, and if you bring in a trailer or a camper or a fifth wheel or a semi, you're still paying $20 a person per day to get in. So bring your friends, bring your family. I would probably suggest don't bring your kids because this is going to be a 21 and up event. So just make sure the kiddies stay home. But it's going to be a great time. 4 days of let's see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, 4 days of nonstop action. And it's only 10 minutes from downtown Leesburg because everything in Leesburg is booked up. There is not a place in Leesburg to rent or to get a room or anything like that because it is just a slam packed. And of course, we're out at Bike Week every year and Biketoberfest at the Cabbage Patch in Daytona. We've been out there. Well, I should say I have been out there 4 years. Florida Country Radio has been out there 2 years now. So. Yeah, it's a great time, great people. Proud of our biker community. They're a great bunch of people. I promise you, they're not the crazed lunatics that sometimes is perceived on TV. I promise you that. Let's see what else we got here. Let's throw some more music in here real quick. Let's see. Yeah, because we're going to be, Brandon, we'll be talking with him in about 10 minutes or so and get him on the air and see what he was doing. And, of course, we're going to be talking to Diana Aguilar. She's supposedly going to be cooking and multitasking while she's talking with us. Supposedly she said something about doing a video and getting naked and dancing at the same time, but I don't know. I haven't heard any more about that, so just kind of wondering what's up with that. She says she gets millions and millions of views when she does that. And, well, I'm sure you do. I'd probably watch too. But so hang tight. We're going to be talking with Brandon here shortly. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
I heard you've been feeling down. Nobody's seen you around. They say that she can't be found. Now what'll you do? You're right where I've been before. So close to love's open door. Hoping for so much more. Only to face the bitter truth. No matter what you promise, no matter what you say, you can say I love you till you're blue in the face. Tears are gonna fall if she don't love you. Now you can buy her diamonds, shower her with pearls, promise her forever, offer her the world. She's never gonna stay if she don't love you. I know how it feels inside when you can't turn the tide. No matter how hard you try, you're gonna hurt. I've always heard it told, love's worth its weight in gold. It can't be bought or sold. It's one of those things that you never lose. No matter what you promise, no matter what you say, you can say I love you till you're blue in the face. Tears are gonna fall if she don't love you. Now you can buy diamonds, shower her with pearls, promise her forever, offer her the world. She's never gonna stay if she don't love you. Oh, you can buy diamonds, shower her with pearls, promise her forever, offer her the world. She's never gonna stay if she don't love you. She's never gonna stay if she don't love you. She don't love. She don't love.
WBCW Wednesday night right here. Florida Country Radio sitting on a tailgate. Oh, yeah. Hey, don't forget that our Top 20 Countdown is going to be starting up here shortly by the end of this month. You're going to be voting for 3 categories this year. You're going to be voting for Male Entertainer of the Year, Female Entertainer of the Year, and Duo or Group Entertainer of the Year. Of course, last year we only did the one overall Entertainer Year, and Casey Page won that last year, so she's looking to repeat again this year, or there may be, maybe a new sheriff in town, as they say. But It's always interesting because each week we do the top 20 countdown. Sometimes it goes 2 weeks. It depends. We may do it every 2 weeks again this year. We may do it every week. I think we may stick with every 2 weeks because that actually works best for everybody in general because it gives everybody time to actually have time to vote. So they don't miss anything. So it's going to be a good thing. Let me sometimes let me see. I was looking for something here. Yeah. I need a production assistant. Anybody want to be a production assistant? If you got any questions or comments or even concerns, or if you just want to tell me how sucky I am on the radio, or just want to be a real butthead to me, hey, that's fine. I can take it. It's all good. Just send us an email at actionworksmusic@gmail.com, and we will definitely we'll try to respond to it, or we may even prank call you, and say get a life, dude. So. Here's Brandon Maddox is one of his singles that came out, I want to say 2 years ago. Check it out. Listen to it. It's a great song. And when we come back, we should have Brandon on the line. This is called Dixie Chaser right here, Florida Country Radio.
Friend told me New York City is a sight to see. The girls are all about a yeehaw. Love a hey, all deep south backwoods draw. Made me a beeline to the bright lights pulled and lit one night. Found a spot called the Lone Star, the city slickers take on a country bar. Girls gathered round to hear me talk. I had them roped in like a cattle call, but a down-home voice knocked me out like I had about 4 more rounds. Like sweet Kentucky bourbon, she got my pulse working, smooth as southern comfort, hot as white lightning, flowing from a still in the Piedmont pine smoke. A little vixen from below the Mason-Dixon, I'm on the trail of this top shelf, 100 proof heartbreaker. She's a shot of Dixie, and I'm a Dixie chaser. Y'all, it's been grand. I took that Southern Belle by the hand, raced out the door to my 4x4, windows down on that beat-up Ford. Radio rocking, horns were honking, parked in a spot the cops roped off, hit a hotel, then grabbed the key, and in room 303, like sweet Kentucky bourbon, she got my pulse working, smooth as southern comfort, hot as white lightning, flowing from the steel in the Piedmont pine smoke. A little vixen from below the Mason-Dixon, I'm on the trail of this top shelf, 100 proof heartbreaker. She's a shot of Dixie, and I'm a Dixie chaser. Been told you're out of luck, but you should have seen how fast the faces hit the ground when she said, back in the room, let's go another round. Me, like sweet Kentucky bourbon, she got my pulse working, smooth as southern comfort, hot as white lightning, flowing from the steel in the Piedmont pine smoke. A little vixen from below the Mason-Dixon, I'm on the trail of this top shelf, 100 proof heartbreaker. She's a shot of Dixie, and I'm a Dixie chaser. Yeah, she's a shot of Dixie, and I'm a Dixie chaser. she's a shot of Southern comfort, all right.
WBCW Wednesday nights, sitting on a tailgate, hanging with you here, Florida Country Radio, and that was our buddy Mr. Brandon Maddox with Dixie Chaser. And speaking of chasing Dixies, he's on the phone right now with us. What's up, Brandon?
Hey, what's going on, DC?
Oh, same old, same old. So, what's shaking, man? I know. I'm telling you, man, we got to talk about this because I talked to my buddy Eric Durance last week, and they all agree something's going on with Nashville.
Right. Well, I don't know any probably more than you do, even though I'm here. But I would say that the LA crowd's kind of moved into Nashville, and it's turned into a pop market. And it's all about the money. It always has been, but it's even more so.
Yeah. What are you seeing as far as what's going on in Nashville? Now I know you've got a bunch of singles out. Are you working on any new music right now, or as far as putting out an album, or are you just? I know you do a lot of live Facebook shows right now. How's that working out? That's doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's going good, and I am about to put out some new music. I've got some. I got about 3 songs I'm going to go into the studio with, and because things are kind of changing in the industry, I may kind of add these 3 songs. It costs about $1,000 per song to record, so I may just add these things on to some of the previous projects.
Right.
And I'm not going to do a full-length album. I'm just going to do some singles and try to get those out there and sell what I have.
Okay, now let me take a look here because I think I'm trying to remember. We got Dixie Chaser, Tangled Up, Cougarville. We got Bigger the Wheels, Drive Me to Drink. We got Grits, Picture Perfect, and You Got Me That Way. I think Picture Perfect and You Got Me That Way was your last 2 that you did, right? I want to say that's what the last 2 singles.
No, actually, that's not right. Actually, those 2, You Get Me That Way and Picture Perfect, were the first EP that was put out in 2012.
That's right.
And the other one, Living on Sunshine, is the newest project that I did, and that was back in 2015. Okay. So I took a year off of doing any kind of recording back in 2016.
Right.
Just because things weren't, I had 3 different ones. I still had a backlog of inventory with selling these other 3 that I have out. And CD sales have just kind of slowed in the past couple of years. Everywhere you go, there's just no, they don't put them in laptops much anymore or any sort of media outlet, so people don't buy CDs as a result.
Right. And
we've seen a decline in CD sales.
Yeah. Do you think that they're eventually going to get rid of CDs? I don't know, because from what I've noticed, this is what I've noticed, and this is what I hear through the grapevine. I think we're on a verge of a climate shift, as weather. As meteorologists would say, because I think everything's getting ready to revert back to the way it was in the 80s and the 90s, because we've gone so far in technology as far as what to do or how to do it, even in the music industry, because everybody and their brother is doing something in the music industry, and it's not necessarily, it's Joe Smo down the street. It's not somebody from like corporate or somebody in Nashville. Everybody's got their hand in something. They're trying to do something with the industry, and they're overloading it to where it's just almost impossible. And then, of course, my feelings on corporate Nashville. I don't like them to begin with. I honestly believe that every artist should be able to produce and manage and sell and market their own music, because then you know that you're getting the money that you deserve, because you guys don't get paid enough for what you do, and that's what sucks about it.
That's right, and basically you're right onto where I think you think it's going with that, and that's kind of what I'm thinking too. Is that everybody is flooding the market so much right now that it's hard for everybody to make a decent living in it. There's not enough money to go around to everybody right now. To really make a good living, partially because, I've noticed that in Nashville, going back to that question, that the PROs, or the Performance Rights Organization, ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC, have caused a lot of bars to stop booking the live music that they used to book.
Exactly. Yep. That's my point.
DJ or karaoke or whatever to, because they'll pay their license fee a year. They'll pay their $600 or whatever licensing fee for having music within their bar. But then the extra on top of that discretionary money that they were putting towards music has declined to the point where they would rather spend no more money on music, which would be, let's have live karaoke and have everybody who wants to be a star sing, and come out and do that. So it hurts all of us artists out there trying to do this for a full-time living between all the different acts that have day jobs and they just go out there and they perform, cutting down the number of bars that are left that still pay decent, even with BMI, ASCAP, and CSAC asking them for their yearly fees. So we're being hurt in a variety of ways.
Now, I don't know how you feel about them, but here's my point on ASCAP and and them guys in BMI. I don't like them, period. I'll tell you that right off the bat, and I tell anybody that off the bat, because all I believe they are is just a glorified insurance company. Because they're wanting to collect the money and sit on it, to have that money, and then if somebody actually really needs it, then they fork out the money. But what my concern is, I know you guys are concerned about copyright infringement and stuff like that, but anybody can take anybody to court and sue them for copyright infringement. But now, from what I'm hearing, and I've been told that now, since music is out on the internet, it's free reign. Anybody can take the music and do their own thing on it. Like somebody's copyrighted music that, say like Blake Shelton or Jason Aldean or something like that, because a lot of people are doing cover songs and turning it around and making it their own song, as long as nobody pitches a fit about it, or if they get permission from the original copyright. So that to me, that would seem like the copyright thing is probably pretty much gone out the window now. So why do we even need BMI or ASCAP? Because you guys don't see hardly any royalty checks. Aren't they supposed to take charge and help you guys get royalty checks? I mean, Usher last year, get this, even though he's not country, Usher last year had his song FM radio, internet, whatever, and only got a royalty check for $9,000. Now go figure that one.
Well, let me tell you something else. I learned today that a guy who had a hit years ago, I don't know how long ago it was, but he had 17 million, more than, I think you said Usher had 15 million, but this guy had 17 million, and his royalty check was like $500 or something like that. Yeah. So ridiculous amounts of shafting there. Now, I'm with you 100%. I don't like BMI, ASCAP, or CSAC. As a matter of fact, I took my complaint all the way to the president of BMI last week.
What did he say? I'm interested. What did he say? Tell me what he said.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I said to him, and then he didn't have too much of a response, but I'll tell you what I said to him. I said to him, now, I know that you guys you had good intentions with this BMI Live stuff where we log our shows with different bars and everything like that, and we get paid royalties for that. But ever since you've enforced that with different bars and making them pay that licensing fee, it only hurts independent acts like me and all the rest of us people that are trying to start up our businesses within the music industry.
Right. Well, not only that, too, they're trying to put their hands in the internet. Because they tried for just a couple of years ago, they want to lock down the internet. They're trying to buddy up with corporate radio, corporate Nashville, because they are going to lose their ass big time. They know that all the corporate bigwigs that sit on their boards and yada 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 and stuff that are making pocket money from us is going to lose it, because once stuff gets on the internet, there's no control over it. That's free reign. You can't put a tag or a lockdown or a royalty sticker on the internet, because internet is free to anybody as long as you got as long as you got an internet connection or laptop or whatever. Yeah, so they're losing their ass big time, and they know it, and that's why he probably didn't say much to you, because he knows they're in deep shit. Put it bluntly, they know, because I see in the next 5 to 10 years. FM is going to be hurting. They're another reason that they're trying to keep things locked down too, because they're going to lose their ass, because they're told what to play and when to play it. Unlike independent artists, they can play anything they want, anytime they want, anywhere. That's why you say you guys should do your own thing together. I, as a radio station, internet station, whether I was FM or internet or not, have full and written authority permission to play any music I receive from you artists, no matter what BMI says, no matter what ASCAP says, anytime, anywhere, any place. And they can try to come. I've had them try to say something to me. They can't do it because there's no law saying that as long as I got written permission from the person that owns the copyright or the singer-songwriter or the artist themselves, they can't touch it. And that's what they're having problems with because they can't.
Well, the truth of the matter is that greed controls this business.
Right. Oh, yeah, big time.
And that's pretty much sums it up because Spotify, all the other streaming services out there are gouging the writers and the performers that are out there. If you're a singer-songwriter or a performing songwriter out there, you probably have the worst position in this business, like me and lots of other people in this business, because if you have major hits on the radio and you can't sing and really perform, you're going to be able to sit back and collect every time somebody that is a songster or somebody who performs a mixture of cover songs and originals logs their live performance thing every quarter.
Right.
So because they have a number one hit, that's what everybody wants to hear at the bars. To keep the people there, you got to play the Kenny Chesney, you got to play the big top Sam Hunt song or whatever it is to get the girls dancing to make the money in the tip jar.
Yep.
Therefore, when you log it, there's a lot more spins from all this independent acts out there logging that for the person who is getting paid a draw anyway at the publishing company and makes enough money to support their family. They get theirs.
That's why the bars, when these bars, the reason they're cutting live music, if they've already got a music machine, a jukebox, that's already part of the royalties that they pay and stuff like that because, the venues, they rent these jukeboxes. So they're actually paying the revenue or the royalties charges on the music that it plays. So then they don't have to worry about it. If the jukebox playing, people are feeding money into it, that's paying for the royalties, so that's where the music's coming from.
Yeah, that's a good point. I haven't really thought about that one, but that's another way that it's happening. But either way, the any angle you look at it, BMI, ASCAP, Spotify, all of them, they're capitalizing upon all this stuff by the millions of dollars.
Oh yeah.
But the artists who have put in the work, who have written every song that's written, may take 30 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours to write, maybe longer, and then all the money that goes into production, $1,000 per song, and all the money that goes into manufacturing that production. You're talking $2,000 for, that you spent on just one song and manufacturing it, all the whole thing. So you've got massive amounts of money put in, but the amount you receive as far as payback and investment for, bang for your buck is really bad right now, and it needs to be changed. And I don't know if it's the legislation or something, because there always will be BMI and ASCAP and all them on Music Row. They are very adept at finding the next new trick pull and finding the next new thing that'll keep those big, massive ships afloat that are out there doing what they do. So
that's another thing too. That as far as that goes with the corporate Nashville, I think this is what I think. I think there's too many so-called record labels or artist managers, or there's too many people behind the scenes taking care or trying to take care of one artist. Because if you think about it, if you guys was to, as yourself a singer-songwriter and an artist, all you'd have to do would be to hire somebody to manage your whole thing for you and not have, nothing to do with anybody else. And then, all that money comes back to you because you know where it's coming from. When you play at a bar or a venue or a club or whatever, when they pay your manager or whatever, that money is going directly to you and the band and whatnot. It's not going to...
The only bad thing about that, I'll interrupt you because I'm living it right now.
Right.
And that is, when you have this system where all the artists are building their teams around them like I'm doing,
right.
The trouble with that is that the people that can make things happen and will make things happen, they'll put their heart and soul in, that they have the know-how plus the heart and soul to make it a reality. They'll charge lots of money when they've left their record label job where they've learned all those tricks,
right,
to go out there and work for guys like me, but you have to have capital to start any small business.
Right, yeah.
So we all have to have that capital coming in, and because the music industry is such a gamble and such a hard thing to make money from a backer's standpoint or from somebody looking to invest in a potential artist's career,
right,
they go for the more sure bet. They go for the real estate, condos, whatever it is, not the art person taking a risky chance on their art getting out there.
Right.
They don't really do that. So it's really hard to find those people unless they're in their family. So what you have is you have a lot of independent acts that have their daddy or their mother or somebody in their family that have money that will afford to pay for their teams because love trumps all. And if they're loved,
right,
they'll be able to get the money. But unless you're loved or they feel like putting the money behind you, your chances of finding a backer are very slim right now with this economy.
So it's kind of like the old saying goes, it's not who you know, but it's who you blow, basically, because it's a tight-knit group in the music industry, but I still think it's wrong what they do to a lot of the independent artists, because I know these record label companies, the big ones. Now, from what I hear, it's funny because when you listen to FM radio, there's only supposedly there's only one person that sits over in California and tells all these radio stations what to play because iHeartMedia
right.
and Cox Radio and all them. But when it comes to actually being part of the music industry, you got these record label companies that are snatching up these independent artists, and then they're saying, okay, well, we got you, so now you're just going to sit for about 4 or 5 years and not do a damn thing until we're ready for you. And that's not right.
Right.
Because you can't make no damn money doing it that way unless they're going to take care
of you. They do that in a very cutthroat motive, and that is to keep you from getting on the charts and becoming competition for their other act.
Right.
So it's not just about having you and making you a star in 5 years even. It's about keeping you from becoming a star before they want you to and controlling it.
Right.
So it's more sinister than it even sounds at first.
Do you think there would ever be a chance that they would think about maybe? I mean, I wonder how effective it would be to have two different groups. Now, I mean, we got a crap load of genres, but I'm talking about groups. You got the superstar groups that has the ACMs and the CMAs and whatnot. Then they should have the independent artist groups. Kind of like they do in baseball. You got the minors and you got the majors. So if you
I think they do. I think they do, and I think that they're that's becoming more and more reality all the time. The only trouble with that is marketing dollars.
Right.
So if they can't promote the independent thing and the genre, and there's not enough money to get in people's minds and play it 24,000 times like they do on your mainstream big clear channel radio stations,
right,
then, that will never be something that will take off because people believe whatever they've heard the most of or seen the most of or how many billboards they've seen with the same lawyer's name up on it. They're going to go with that lawyer because they're repeat promotion. So it's that way with all of this, and there needs to be a massive, even if a group of investors came together that were, billionaires, millionaires, and they wanted to do this, they could make it fly if all of them put it. Enough money was put in behind independent acts or an independent chart or something like that. I believe that they could definitely make it fly because enough money will eventually pay off. But if they don't put the full Monty on it, put all the money that they can behind it, of course it'll struggle and fail.
Right.
So,
do you think they're hoping that social media is going to pull them out of the slump? Because it's like anything in advertising for anything. You got to hoof the streets and get your name out there and advertise. It's not like it back in the days when you actually had to go to the copy machine and make 1,000 copies and go spread them all over the place. Those days are gone. CDs are pretty much gone because everything is going digital. So right there, that tells you, because Walmart, they're not advertising for them or anything. So everything is digital. But then again, I look at it this way. Not everybody can afford internet. It's just like anything else. You still got I would say out of the 320 million people that we have in the world or in the United States, I would say probably maybe a quarter of them don't have access to internet because they just can't afford it. We're so far in poverty, to a certain point that a lot of people, that's money that's going to hurt their bottom dollar because they can't afford to get on the internet and download music and this and that and stuff. Because you used to be able to get 12, 14, 15 songs for $11. Now you're paying 99 cents per song, and you guys only get maybe 0.000001% of that 99 cents that's downloaded. And I mean, so you'd have to sell a crap load of songs just to get a damn dime out of it.
Yeah, and with us not having the marketing dollars or whatever to back us, we're not famous like Beyonce. We're not famous like Usher or anybody like that. We just don't have the fan base or the ability to market ourselves in that mass capacity.
Right.
So we're not, going to gross that much as far as the downloads or the streams that come off Spotify and 0.00 cents. Now, I will say, since we're on the radio and people are listening, iTunes is the best thing you can do for an independent act. It's better than the others because instead of getting paid 0.001 cents from Pandora, Spotify, it's about 45 cents on the dollar that we get paid. So we at least get on if they bought the full CD on the internet for $7.99, we would see $4 and something of that money come back at it, and that's the best that we can hope for from an internet sale right now.
All right, well, let's take a short break. We'll talk more about iTunes and what they're doing because I've been hearing some things about them. So we're going to take a short break. We'll be back here shortly. Hang tight. We're right here sitting on the tailgate.
5'2", freckles on her nose, probably not the girl you'd find in a fashion show. A little white rain holds her hair just fine, and those baggy jeans look great to me when I take her out at night. She may not be a 10, but then again, if you ask me, she's picture perfect on a Sunday afternoon, curled up on the couch, no makeup on or sweet perfume. Picture perfect. It's all those little things she doesn't have that get to me more than worth it. Oh, oh, oh. Picture perfect. First date, I stopped to buy that rose, locked my keys inside my car, had to call her on her phone. We spent that night fishing in the dark with a rusty old coat hanger. She hit the mark, unlocked more than just the door to my car. Oh, and that kiss was picture perfect, though not quite like I'd planned. She smiled, eyes kissing teeth in the front seat of my sedan. Picture perfect. Just one more memory that, looking back, still gets to me more than worth it. Oh, oh, oh. Picture perfect. She showed me a snapshot from when she was 13. Who'd have thought that carrot top with freckles would be picture perfect on a Sunday afternoon, curled up on the couch, no makeup on or sweet perfume. Picture perfect, it's all those little things she doesn't have that still get to me, more than worth it. Oh, oh, oh. Picture perfect, she's picture perfect. Oh, she's still picture perfect.
WBCW Wednesday nights, sitting on a tailgate here, Florida Country Radio, hanging with you, and Mr. Brandon Maddox is on the line, and we're talking junk that's going on in Nashville. Speaking of iTunes, I think, this is what I think, Brandon. I think iTunes is trying to, like Pinky in the Brain. Remember that cartoon back in the days? I'm going to rule the world. I think that's what Nashville wants to do, and I think that's what iTunes wants to do because, and there's one person behind her. I don't hate her. I just don't care for what she's doing, and it's Taylor Swift. Because Taylor Swift got jinxed when she moved from country to pop, and everybody, I think, kind of sniped her a little bit and, trying to figure out, well, why in the hell she did that. Now she's not making any music. She's not winning any awards and this and that. She's a good business person. I think she's more of an artist than an entertainer. Or I entertain her more than she is an artist. So, but she's got the business smarts, and she's trying to control Apple and iTunes. Even YouTube. They're talking about wanting to shut down YouTube or actually charging people that puts music on Facebook. You can't even do a Facebook Live anymore without if you have any kind of music in the background whatsoever. Like if I'm in a club and I'm playing music in the background and I'm on Facebook Live, Facebook shuts it off. Because they hear that music, or I guess they said it on the news the other night, that they got some kind of program on Facebook that recognizes material and songs that's in the background that's when the music's playing. So, yeah, you can't even do a Facebook Live with anybody else's music in the background playing anymore.
Yeah. And Facebook's another subject where greed rules. I mean, shoot, they're charging, to boost your post, you got to pay for advertising.
Oh, yeah.
And, all of us artists are not exempt from that. We're screwed over by this and that, but then Facebook, they've made their millions, they've made their billions, and they still want to charge more money. It's like, come on,
I would have thought somebody would have came up by now and invented something else, because for 10 years it was MySpace. And then came along Facebook, and of course Facebook's been around now about 10 years. So I figured somebody would have already tried to invent something, because then you had, after Facebook started, then you had Instagram that started, and then you had Twitter, and now you got Snapchat. I don't even use Snapchat. You got Snapchat, and not to speak of all the other apps that are out there that's geared towards the kids, or those are the apps that mom and dad don't know about for their kids that has them on their phones. And it is because and they're trying to take over cell phones too, because if you think about it, when we were growing up, we didn't have no cell phone at the age of 9 or 10 when we were walking home to school or whatnot. Your parents knew exactly where you were. If you weren't at school, you were at home, or you were down the street playing, with your friends or whatnot. My first cell phone was in a big, huge bag with a portable carry-on. You had to plug it in a cigarette lighter. That was that was my first ever cell phone. I mean, So big corporate is trying to use technology to advertise for them. But then I also talked to a lot of people. I've also have found out from a lot of my friends, the younger crowd, a lot of them, believe it or not, are getting tired of the mixing of music with country music. They still, if you're a redneck, you can pretty much still guarantee that they want to still hear the old Hank, old Merle, old Waylon Jennings, because that's what they grew up with. That's what they know, because that's what mom and dad listened to. And there's still plenty. I mean, there's still tons of them out there. So you can't tell me.
Yeah.
You can't tell me every redneck in the United States that totes a gun around. I think they said we actually got the largest military in the world, because every redneck that has a gun in the United States it's 10 times bigger than what the armed forces are put together. So so that's a lot of people, and they listen to country music, and not just the new stuff. They listen to the old stuff. So, but
when I go out and play places in rural America where I'm playing like a marina out in the middle of nowhere or something like that, it just about always the music that's requested is the old school stuff. It still is the Waylon, the Hank, the Alan Jackson, George Strait. That's the kind of real stuff that they want, because it's life music. It's not, girl, I want to get you in my truck. This kind of stuff, bro country all the time. It's just fluff. So, there's a lot of people that are young who still like the old stuff because of what their mom and dad played. I think you're right about that. Yeah. I don't get into blaming Taylor Swift, because I think that a lot of times the people in the music business, or the decision makers, the business people, are often hide behind the artists as far as they hide their greed, and they kind of use Taylor as a scapegoat. I don't necessarily think that, but I know that, just like I said before, it always takes capital to get an artist started.
Right.
Some kind of, and with Taylor back in 2005, before it was even popular to do this, it was $10 million that launched her. And so, if you have lots of money in your family, you can probably make it in the music business, even if you don't have super amount of talent.
Right. Oh yeah, I've been told that. Now, this was one of the local venues here in Orlando, one of the biggest. It's probably the biggest local country venue in Orlando. I was told that if they have a guy that's on stage that looks good in a pair of tight jeans and a cowboy hat and can almost carry a tune in a bucket, that they're going to draw more crowd to that venue on a concert night than they would if a female artist that was up on stage that could sing and looked good in a pair of... But I would much rather look to a female that looks good in a pair of hats and a boots and can sing than worry about some guy. But then they said, well, yeah, it's because, the guys will come out, the girls will come out and see the guy on stage, and they'll bring their boyfriends or their husbands and yada, 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 and they'll bring their friends and their friends. So, yeah, it's a marketing strategy, but it's hard for any artist to get any gigs when they start doing that crap, because when these venues start getting picky about who they want and who they want to play, that's just, to me, that's ridiculous. But then again, you got to remember, I can't say I've gotten too picky as far as what the artists I have on the station. I've just been inundated with so many new emails every week of people wanting to put their music on our station and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's to a point where I'm looking for a certain sound, or if I'm looking for a certain tune or whatnot. But I pretty much play most everybody that I come in contact with. The venues are getting real picky about who they want on their stage.
Mm-hmm. And I appreciate you playing Dixie Chaser as well. Really appreciate you playing that song. I was playing a show the other night, and this boat goes off blasting Dixie Chaser as it pulls out the marina. And I was performing, and I said, "Hey, that's my song you're playing on that boat," because some people had just met me. They were leaving, and they decided to pull up my song and start playing it off the boat. It was pretty cool.
And you never met him before, huh? Never seen him or even talked to him before, huh?
Yeah, they were just at the show. They weren't previous fans. They just kind of became fans that night.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's and that's what's good about that's what makes the artists feel good, because they know they're doing something good when they hear their song on the radio, or when they got somebody that comes up to them and say, "I like your song," or they're playing your music. That's what makes it a plus. That's a big plus for the indie artists, especially the indie artists. And also, if you think about it too, because we also try to help some of the artists that was originally on the top charts that's just coming back around circle. We got Cowboy Troy now on our station. We talked to him a while back. One of my favorites, Julie Roberts. I listened to Julie back in the early 2000s when Breakdown Here came out and Men in Mascara. I love her to death. She's such a sweetheart. And she's actually right now finishing up her record that she's doing. Shooter Jennings is actually producing the record for her, so can't wait to hear that. But how long have you been in the music business now?
Well, I've been full-time in it about 5 to 6 years, and been touring for about 3.
Right.
So, but yeah, full-time in it for that length of time. Otherwise, I've been in Nashville between day jobs and doing music about 10 years now.
When did you move to Nashville? Because you're not originally from Nashville, are you?
No, I'm a Tennessean. I'm originally from Chattanooga area, and I moved to Nashville in 07.
Okay, 07. So you pretty much grew up in Tennessee. So yeah, you're from Tennessee. You're a Vol. So, but that's good to know. I ain't got nothing against the Vols. The Vols are good. I like the Vols, but I still got to root for my Buckeyes. But and I'm in Florida. I hate the Gators. I love the Seminoles. I don't care nothing about the Hurricanes. And I played ball at UNC. So go figure. I'm just like a mixture. I'm a mutt of everything. But
you're a sports nut.
Yeah. I am. I need to be a sportscaster. I guess maybe or something. Who knows? But let's see. What else you play besides the guitar? Do you play anything else besides the guitar?
Yeah, I play harmonica a little bit. I'm learning some ukulele and playing that. That's a pretty easy transition. The trouble I run into is with learning new instruments is time, because I'm constantly, with being an independent act, I have to wear the hat of businessman too.
Right, yeah.
So I'm not only playing music and writing songs. I've written over 1,000 songs, had songs in film and television, had songs cut by other artists. But I'm also having to learn the new top 40 cover song or whatever. Right. So I have to do that, and then I have to spend probably 5 hours a day doing booking to try to keep the money coming in.
Right. Yeah.
So, without a day job, it comes with the consequence of having to reach out to bars and try to book those things, because we were talking about the industry and Live Nation and other festival things, they lock those up so people can't get into them that are independent acts unless they book exclusively with Live Nation.
Right.
And there's other, fairs and festivals that it's all politics. If you want to get into a fair or festival, you can't do that because it's political. If you want to get into the casinos, you need to get in with an entertainment agency, or, you have to know somebody at the casino, and then the casinos have dropped their budget, so now they pay virtually what bars pay. So it's really rough out there right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. What I've noticed too, like some of the big events that they do down here in Florida that they just started. This is to be the second year. They got the Country 500. It's come up that they do at the Daytona Speedway. They actually converted a lot of them speedways around the United States. I think Talladega was one. I think Bristol was another one. They've made them to where. They renovated them to where it would hold that many people, because that's where they're going to do massive concerts now. Now, I was looking at their lineup, and if you look at their lineup, they have, I think there's 20 or 30 artists throughout the weekend, there at the shows. I think it's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Out of all them artists, only 5 of them may be independent artists. Or somebody that's right on the edge of jumping, up into the major leagues, like when John Parody jumped up, and Alanis Morrison when she jumped up, so they're just right there on the edge. But these are, and Maddie and Tay, but most of them are all the big guns, like, Blake and Jason and stuff like that. So I think they should, that's why I say they should have more concert events. I mean, if I could do it, if I had the money backers and the sponsors, I would do it. I'd put on a huge huge, maybe 2-day or 3-day event, maybe, of nothing but independent. I got enough artists at this station here. I can call y'all's, and I guarantee y'all's will come down and play a show. And I got enough to cover a 3-day span of a whole weekend and have you guys put on a great weekend show just for, just strictly for independent artists. But see, they don't want to do that. A lot of people don't want to do that.
Yeah. I agree with you. And any, if I were to try to get on board with opening for Blake Shelton or opening for John Party even, I'd have to pay money to do that. So it's a pay for play with exposure, getting that. So everywhere you turn, somebody's got their hand out wanting money for it.
Yeah, and a lot of the FM stations are doing that. I've noticed too down here. Some of them, I won't name most of them. They're not here in Orlando, but I know they're here in Florida. That most of them, are saying, we're not gonna put your music on our station unless you pay us. And I'm thinking, you got to be shitting me. Artists, independent artists are putting their music out for you to begin with, to get their music heard. So that's why I love it when you guys send me music because, I'm playing it for you. It may only be once or twice a week, but it's still getting out there and helping you guys. Plus, whenever I do my own little swing dings or events and stuff like that, the music gets played there too. So, to get you, that's almost like putting salt on a wound. Taking a Band-Aid off, putting salt on a wound because you guys are trying to get your music out there and get it heard, but then these yo-hos want to put the kibosh on it because they want their hand in the cookie jar. They're greedy. They want something for nothing. And I've noticed a lot of venue owners are the same damn way, and I hate them. I hate them guys because I've actually walked away from a lot of gigs that they talk to me. Okay, well, how many people do you have on your Facebook? Or how many people you got on your Instagram? What kind of following you have? It's like, so when I go in my speech, I tell them, it's not about how many people I got following me or whatnot. You hire me as an artist, whether I'm a DJ or guitar player or a band or whatever, to entertain your venue. It's not us. It's not up to us to bring in the people for your bar. That's your responsibility. Oh, yeah, they don't like that.
Exactly.
They don't like that. And they say, okay, we'll see you later. They don't like that at all.
Yeah, that's what I deal with constantly. Is that kind of thing. Talking to a guy as we speak who wants to. He asked me, "How many people do you think you can bring? I need at least 50+ people at my place."
Yeah.
And I'm just going to tell him, I'm not going to be able to probably bring that many people, but I can put on a hell of a show. And that's the thing is that I don't get to showcase my original material, my original songs. They're a venue that would like original songs. They would really like me if they had me, but because I can't bring 50 people in, I don't get to play all originals. I'm going to have to go with some cover bar that wants to have mainly cover songs. So then the catch-22 begins all over again.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know it. Trust me. I've know, and they get to the point, and it's like they say, well, here's what it is, I think, is you got a lot of venues now that are starting to get younger owners because they think, oh, yeah, it's cool to be a bar owner or a club owner or a venue owner, but they don't know the first damn thing about managing or marketing. I'd say marketing, probably. Management, no. Unless they've went to school or something like that because they probably have inherited it from their family or mom and dad or something like that, or they just decided, okay, I got a lot of money to spend. I want to be a part owner or be an owner of a bar. They don't have no idea what it entails to running a bar, to getting people, customers into their bar. They expect everything else to be done for them, and that's not cool.
Yeah, they aren't very good with. In general, bar people of any age are just not good with the music portion of things because it's not a priority for them to have music there, and it should be. They should have somebody delegated to deal with the musicians who is not going to be just all about dollars and butts and seats.
Right.
Because it's about the quality of the music, or it should be. It should not be about how many people can you bring out here. Well, you've got a lot of friends in this town, but you suck, so therefore we'll have you out here because, we don't care what your music sounds like. We'll put earplugs in. We just want you to fill our place up and have them buy lots of beer and lots of food.
Yeah.
That's what we deal with.
They got a brand new venue that just opened up in Tampa. Matter of fact, their opening debut is this weekend. They had the soft opening last weekend, but it's a brand new venue called the Stockyard, and it's huge.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a huge dance floor in the center, and of course the bars on the outside with all the bartenders and stuff like that. This place could probably hold 1,000, maybe 2,000 easy. I give it 6 months, and that place will be overrun with all the hip-hop stuff and crap like that. There is no place, I don't think there's any, well, you'd have to go to Texas. I don't think there's any place in Florida alone that is a true country bar. Not when you say country nightclub to me sounds like it's a hip hop club. It's a nightclub with nightlight. Yeah. If you want to go, if you say let's go down to JR's or something like that or whatever, country bar, that means there's country music and that's all you're going to hear is country music, and that's the way a lot of them around here used to be back in the day, is because that's what was played. You wouldn't dare catch anybody that playing any other crap but country in these places. And now it's gotten out of hand.
Yeah, it is.
Because the young kids want the hip hop. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that way so often. And as far as getting original music in there, they say that they do in the beginning, and then in Florida, it's a big covered area. It's a big tourist area down there. I played the beach. What they want is cover songs.
Right.
What they want is something that they've heard on the radio that they can
right.
sing along to and dance to and drink to.
Right.
And that's what these big places that they're building are probably going to end up, like you said, catering to, because they got to sell tickets to keep the overhead up.
Yep.
And how are they going to sell tickets unless they bring all the people from the college places to drink their weight in alcohol, and then, to dance up on everybody else and become this big thing that's not country at all. So yeah. But anyway.
I know what you're saying. Okay, so real quick, what you got going on this weekend? You got any gigs coming up or any live shows you're doing around Nashville?
Yeah, I'm actually playing the Rivers and Spires Festival in Clarksville, and that's one that's actually not, so heavily controlled and like we've been talking about.
Right.
And that's that starts at 11 a.m. this Saturday, April 22nd, Rivers and Spires Festival, downtown Clarksville. And go ahead.
I was going to say, are you going to be doing anything with CMA Fest this year?
Nope, I'm getting the heck out of Dodge come CMA Fest. It's everybody wants to ask me if I'm playing that because it's such a big deal to supposedly play that. I did play that a few years back, and all I did was sweat my butt off and play out there with a bunch of crazy drunk people that didn't like my page or didn't contribute to social media. Right. And as much as I love all my fans and love everybody that comes out and sees us, if they don't keep in touch, and it's a one-time encounter where I'm just playing the background for them to drink, no thanks, I'm not really interested in that.
Well, yeah, and that's another reason why social media has gotten out of the hand, because anybody now can pretty much pick and choose what they want to listen to, when they want to listen to it, and how they want to listen to it. And that's back in the day, you gave a record to a radio station, and if they played it, great, and people actually had to turn on the radio to listen to that artist, or they had to see you up on stage to listen to you too. So,
yeah, and they were given the power to call in, and the DJ would listen to them and play what they wanted on the big name stations that had lots of reach.
Right.
However, now there's not that ability for average Joe to call into the radio station and just say, "Hey, I'd like to hear Dixie Chaser by Brandon Maddox," because they will say, "Who's Brandon Maddox? We don't think we have that song," because I haven't been able to get it to them because they tell me that they aren't taking any unsolicited material.
Right. Yeah.
So, it just doesn't have, you have to pay for marketing at every turn these days, whereas in the past, you could reach the world with 3 channels.
Yep.
I
could win the lottery. I could win the lottery right now, and I could build me a station, do it all upright, like they would have an FM station, but I still wouldn't be able to get FCC broadcasting rights because they have everything locked down right now on FCC as far as getting a license to broadcast on FM and AM both. Now, kind of makes you wonder why they're doing that. Is because they want to control what's out there right now.
Yeah, and I know from going to the country radio seminar in the past couple of years, those people that are at the big stations, they're running scared, just like you said. They are running scared.
Good.
Because
I hope they're listening. I hope they keep running scared because we're coming after you.
Yeah, because they see it slipping. Sirius XM's, coming on board, so they're trying to, they've got to have their sponsors. They got to play more advertising of commercials because that's where their money comes from.
Right.
That's why you hear the same song over and over and over again because those songs that go number one are paid for by advertising on the website.
Yeah, and I think that sucks because I don't want to. When I do a gig, I won't play the same song. I can do a 4-hour gig and not play the same song twice in the 4 hours I do a gig, and that tells you I got a lot of music. Plus, all the new vehicles that they're coming out with now all have satellite or Wi-Fi capabilities, and a lot of them don't even have FM or AM stations anymore.
That's right. Yeah. So they know their time is up, their days are numbered, but they're trying to hang on, as long as they can. And with the advertising dollars that are going there, people still think, and they glaze over when I tell them this anywhere I go, they still think that because Luke Bryan put out a song or Eric Church put out a song or whoever it is, puts out this song, that they think, there's a better song than something I've written or something another independent has.
No.
It doesn't even have to be my own song.
It's all about who buys the music and how many they bought.
Yes, it's how many ads they bought, how many ads Luke Bryan bought for Catfish Dinner song,
Right.
And, and there's independent acts that I know from an artistic standpoint that I can sit back and say, they are better than what I'm hearing on the radio.
Oh, yeah. I can tell you that for a fact.
Radio.
I can tell you that for a fact, too. Definitely.
So, to the vigilant listeners out there, it's not any better on the big name stations. It's really not.
That's right.
They would have you believe that, and they would have everybody believe that Luke Bryan and Florida Georgia Line have the best songs out there, but they don't.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Absolutely. Tell everybody where they can get your music at and where they can order it, download it, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, my website is BrandonMaddoxMusic.com. It's MADDOX, BrandonMaddoxMusic.com. At BMAD Music, the letter BMAD Music, on Instagram and Twitter, and on Facebook, Brandon Maddox Music on there. It's just a URL, Brandon Maddox Music together. And just look me up on those places. And iTunes, it's up there. It's got three different albums on iTunes, and names of them are Weightless, Bigger the Wheels, as well as Living on Sunshine. Weightless, Bigger the Wheels, Living on Sunshine on iTunes. Produced by Reba McEntire's keyboard player.
Oh, cool.
So great musicianship on those albums.
Yes, and we hope to see you in Vegas on the big stage here soon, like, Garth and Reba and Brooks and Dunn and all them people, so we're looking for you to hit the Vegas stage,
Well, I'll do what I can. Maybe a big backer will come through and invest in my career, and you'll see me playing some big stages.
Right, yeah. Anybody that's out there got any extra money to throw around, just let us know. Call us here at the station. We'll hook you up. Definitely. All right, Brandon. Hey, appreciate you talking. But we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back because we're going to be talking with Diana Aguilar here next. But, Brandon, again, appreciate you being on the show with us, and we'll be talking to you soon. Make sure you go get his music. Go check him out. He's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, every place that you can find Brandon Maddox Music. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Sharing war stories with my buddy Paul. We were taking our turn, firing them off, when he told me one that topped them all. Said she got to me, this Broadway beauty, used to living on the other side of life with me. But her first class taste just made me crave the simpler ways of a back woods, babe. 'Cause now I like grits. Girls raised in the South like a sunrise smile served up when morning rolls around. 'Cause they're down, not getting dressed up before we head to town. A recipe that sounds good to me, fresh off the farm, no doubt. I like grits, girls raised in the South. Barefoot painted toes hanging out the window, tapping in time to Bonnie Raitt. A backwards ball cap, ponytail thrown back on a Dixie darling, sure looks great. Some downright pretty gals up in them cities, a piece above the Mason-Dixon line. Southern girls can lasso like Texas beef Tabasco, arts like mine that prefer their spice. So I like grits, girls raised in the South like a sunrise smile served up when morning rolls around. 'Cause they're down, not getting dressed up before you head to town. Recipe that sounds good to me, fresh off the farm, no doubt. I like grits, girls raised in the South. They're the Panhandle Pride, true grit of Potomac. Once you've had your fill, you won't go back. You'll like grits, girls raised in the South like a sunrise smile served up when morning rolls around. 'Cause they're down, not getting dressed up before you head to town. A recipe that sounds good to me, fresh off the farm, no doubt. I like grits, girls raised in the South. Oh, I like grits, girls raised in the South.
WBCW Wednesday night, sitting on a tailgate right here, Florida Country Radio, hanging with you, Central Florida's #1 internet country station. Mr. Brandon Maddox, we just got done talking with him. That song called Grits. Now we got a special guest. Let me see. Let me find here something. Oh, there you go. The evil, the mysterious vibe that goes on. Her name is Diana Aguilar. Is that how you say it? Aguilar? Aguilar, and she is now wait a minute, I said this earlier today and somebody already raised hell with me. She's not the former host, but she's kind of partial host of 96.9 The Game on the morning show with our buddy Mr. Bianchi and Mr. Ping on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. David Pingalore, he's a good buddy of mine. Say hi to Diana. Hi. Hello. So you, right off the bat, when I called you, you said you were shaking your ass. So that's good, and we're gonna have a good time tonight.
I was cooking. I'm cooking. I'm Latina.
What are you cooking? I'm coming over for dinner.
I cook late, I know.
Well, that's all right. So what have you been doing, and what are you been doing, and what are you doing about it?
Well, as far as 96.9 goes, I've been guesting on Bianchi because I know Doc Stedman very well.
Right.
Yeah, Doc is the co-host, as you might know, of Bianchi. And then Stedman, he runs the show. But they were instructors of mine at the school that I attended. Connecticut School of Broadcasting, so I've been buddies with them, and they invite me on a lot. But I've been doing my own thing called The Sweet Spot, which is a talk show about sex and relationships.
Oh, so you're a sex therapist.
Well, I wouldn't call myself
a therapist. Yeah, we got a good one tonight, guys.
But it is what it is mainly is guys can get to ask questions, and they email in or they will call me and they will ask me a question that they are too afraid to ask their significant other because they're afraid she might get pissed or something. So I will give them an honest answer, of course.
You are. You're a regular You're a regular Dr. Ruth.
No, it's just a girl's opinion. Just a common opinion. Let me put it that way. And because I'm an old lady, you know.
You ain't that old. I'm older than you.
I doubt that.
You want to bet?
I make a wager on that.
I'm 46. I'll be 47 in November.
Okay, you got me beat.
Thank you very much. I had a girl actually come up to me during Bike Week because I DJ and host out at Cabbage Patch every year for Bike Week and Biketoberfest. I've been there 4 years, and I just got asked last week to come and do Leesburg Bike Fest this year, so I'm out there for 4 days too. But she says you look good for 30, and I said bless you. But
what Bike Week is it?
It's bike. Well, we got Biketober, it's not Biketober, but it's Leesburg Bike Fest coming up this weekend over in Leesburg.
Oh,
and then Bike Week in Daytona. Come on, you live in Orlando. You don't know about Bike Week when it comes around?
Well, no, I know about Bike Week in Daytona, but you said it was a different Bike Week.
Oh yeah, Leesburg. Everybody knows. If you're from the area here, you pretty much know about Leesburg now because they've gotten pretty big every year now. Since they've done it, they average about 100, 150, 200,000 people just in one weekend. So it's a pretty
they're the ones that do the Biketoberfest too, right?
Well, what it is Leesburg does their own thing. So at Leesburg, for some reason, Leesburg decided at one point in time, okay, let's try our own bike fest. And so, so they do their Leesburg Bike Fest. It's always the last weekend of April every year. And then you got in March, for 2 weeks, you got Daytona's Bike Week. And then in October for 4 days, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think it's the second week of October. You have Biketoberfest. And so it's just, and then of course you got little ones all over the state of Florida. Panama City does something. Ocala just started doing something too. So, Actually, Ocala just started. They did their first event. I want to say it was about 2 weekends ago. Probably 2 weekends ago or 3 weekends ago, but so they're trying the bike thing too. But it seems like everybody
biking in the woods.
Yeah, it seems like everybody and their brother is trying to do something with bikes and music, and
yeah.
But so tell
and that's this weekend.
Duet, yeah, that's this weekend.
That's this weekend.
Yep, I'll be at. I'm actually going to be at one of the campgrounds out there at Bike Fest in Leesburg. It's Wildwood. It's right there off of US 301. But
okay, yeah.
I'll be out there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Born to Ride magazine is actually going to be hosting it. We're going to have biker games. We're going to have all kind of biker events, and then we'll have live music. I think Friday and Saturday, and I will be there for the other 4 days doing my thing. So. Yeah.
And you ride a hog?
No, I got rid of my bike when I got divorced. That was 15 years ago. And I ain't got one yet.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I want to do. I want to build me a custom trike because I think that's what I want to. I think that's the last. If I build me one, that's be the last bike I ever get because I like bikes, but they're just too time consuming and too expensive right now to what with me trying to get the radio station up and going and everything else like that. But once I get to it, I'm going to build me a custom trike that it's going to be manufactured for me, and I'm going to love it to death, and I think that's going to be so cool. But that'll probably be the last bike that I will ever have because it'll be something that I want to do. Plus, I think trikes are funner to ride. They're a little bit easier because you don't have to worry about when you're riding. You don't have to worry about the rain. If it starts raining, if it starts raining, so what? You may slide, but you'll still sit on three wheels. You won't. You won't.
Much more comfortable.
Right. Yeah, and they're more. You can go long distance on them too. But I had a Heritage Softail back in the day, and I loved it. It was a nice bike, and it's just when I got divorced, she got the bike, or she got the money from the bike. Put it that way.
You got to give up something.
Right? I know, right? But so tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do and all that good stuff. Now you said you went to broadcasting broadcasting school. Now, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Listening to me, I've never stepped foot one place in any broadcasting area. Do you think I got what it takes to be on the radio?
It sounds like it to me.
Okay.
You got the chops.
What do they teach? Well, I'm just kind of curious because I know a lot of people say, go get a degree. It's all about degrees nowadays. Granted, I mean, I got different degrees because I spent 20 years in the fire department in Orange County, so that's where my degree was. But
see, you get the experience of like learning all the software, the editing software and the broadcasting software, right? And then like even the automated software that they use now, and they're getting rid of us DJs, because the machine does it for them, and they just upload it for 2 weeks. But you learn that, and then you learn, of course, all of the laws and FCC stuff and all that good stuff.
Right.
But then they also do television. So,
right, yeah.
And you get to do all that whether you're interested in it or not. But,
see, I think that would be cool. I think that would be cool to learn how to do and get into is television. I think that would be cool. I'm the type of person. I mean, it runs in the family because we have the gift of gab. We like to talk and run our mouths and stuff like that. But and I have a tendency sometimes to put my foot in my mouth because I say what I mean and mean what I say. And sometimes sometimes it gets me in trouble and sometimes it doesn't. But and I
think it's the best way to be.
Right.
It's the best way to be. That's how I am.
I want to follow in Howard Stern's footsteps. There you go. So
exactly. Straight to the point. That's the easiest, simplest way.
I just want his money though. But now if you think about it, look what happened today. They fired Bill O'Reilly from Fox, and he was the most Republican guy that you can ever find, and he'd tell no bullshit. He would speak the truth, and just because some dingbat decided to say, well, he almost touched me wrong, that's a bunch of crap. And now, because Fox don't want it. They don't want the publicity. And it's a bunch of crap. So that everything in today's society. That's what's nice about internet radio, because internet radio, anything goes. I can say damn shit. Go blow yourself. Anything I want on my show. Yeah, because there's no regulations. I'm sure they're going to try to do it, but they can't do it because there's no tying down the internet.
There's no way. Yeah, there's no way they're going to be able to do it.
Right. Yeah. So,
that's all over the world. They're not going to be able to, you know what I mean? They're not going to be able to regulate and govern something that's, international like that.
It's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting that the fact that they've shut down all of FCC regulations as far as getting a new broadcast license on FM or AM. They actually shut that down 2 years ago, and nobody, I repeat, nobody can get a license to broadcast right now. And you kind of wonder,
they're cut off.
Oh yeah, because corporate told them to. Corporate, people in high power did that. I guarantee they did that because
no more stations. You can't get any more frequencies. Yeah, they're saying nope. They're basically, I think they're saying that they're all taken, but that's a bunch of BS.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, it's all a bunch of crap. That's why. I live over here in Lake Mary area, and there's a AM station that I happen to pass that's in downtown Sanford. Every day I drive by it, and it always seems like it's just a house with a big antenna out in the backyard and a satellite dish. And so I called and checked on it, and it's their WSDB 1400 AM. And I could go over there and I could broadcast for, so much money and stuff like that. It'd be a great They don't even broadcast over there. That's what I'm saying. They got 5 other stations, and if it's there, why not utilize it? Work with the person that wants to come in there. You could even start a school or something there to teach people how to run the equipment and whatnot. But
if you have the tower and everything.
Yeah, so you're the person to talk to, because I hear you got power, and you got the ass shaking. So I need a couple grand. I need a couple grand to get started. If you can get me a couple grand, I could really start broadcasting. I can bring you in on a morning show. We can do a show together. Oh my God! It'd be like the back in the days. It'd be like the Russ and Bo show, or or even like instead of the Monsters of the Morning, will be the Duo of the Morning or something like that. You
got to come up with a better name than that. Come on
no,
now.
I know that. We'll definitely do that.
But now the FCC steps in, and you got to watch your mouth.
That's fine. I can say shit and ass in different ways that nobody understands.
Right. You got to make up new words and figure out new ways to do it. I've thought maybe like making it sound like something where you know how you slow something down and speed it up and kind of get the word in there that way. Right. I don't know if we could get away with that. We'd have to see if we can get away with that.
But I'm sure you'd find somebody that'd say, "Now you can't do that because if you speed this up and you push this button and you rewind it this way, then people can hear it." And I'm thinking, okay, well, Jesus Christ, nobody's actually going to do that. I mean, come on.
Well, some stations are a little more lenient than others. Like I was dumped the second time I was on air, so I'm not one to really talk to about that. But you're supposed to establish content, which I did. So I don't understand why I was dumped. But like I said, some companies, some stations, they're a little more lenient than others. Others are a little stricter, but right.
Or unless you're making them a shitload of money, then they could care less what you do.
Right. Yeah. Then you could say fat ass at the same time as you want.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, they're saying they're saying the word dick on TV now. As long as you put as long as you put it in the contents of a sentence, you can say pussy on TV as long as it's in the sentence.
Oh, no. Yeah, I just heard it the other day. I won't say the name of somebody, but somebody that's on 104.1 was calling somebody a pussy.
Oh, well, I could probably tell you. I could probably tell you who that was, so we just won't go there.
You could probably tell me who that was. Yeah, but I thought, now how could you say that word? You know what I mean? And I got in trouble for saying cooch, which is a hockey player, Kucherov.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Right. He's a hockey player, and that's what they call him. That's his nickname, Cooch. Right. They yell Cooch, right?
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, well, what? But they didn't like it because I said that he was probably going to be a sore little cooch. So I got dumped.
Well, it's because it's the way that it was contexted. They could probably, because right there when you said that, I had a few different versions go through my.
Well,
head,
you didn't hear what I said before that, though. I said that they were throwing him all around on the ice and beating him up, and he was probably wet and a sore little cooch. And that's
well, there you go. That's what started it right there.
Wet
and sore little cooch.
Well, that's what they were doing. They were throwing him around on the ice, though. But, yeah, they didn't like that very much over there. So that got dumped. But we still were, doing the Facebook Live things. You still caught it on there, right. Which I love that. I've been doing the Facebook Live thing. You should try it.
You know what? I have, but I can't do it because they won't post it. Because when I get done doing live shows, they take it down because I got music in the background playing.
Well, they give you a choice if you still want to post it or
not. But then if they come and try to fuck with me on it, then I have to go through all kind of red tape to prove that this and this, because every music that I have on the station, because I even play Cowboy Troy, I play Early Mandrell, Dolly Parton, every artist that I have on the station, I got written consent directly from them or the copyright owners to play whatever I want. So, so technically. Yeah, I guess technically, I could tell Facebook to go pound salt because I have permission to play it.
Well, see, I do, because I do those lip-sync videos, those stupid lip-sync videos, and then I do the cooking videos, which there's music playing the entire time because I'm dancing.
Me and you need to go. We need to go to lunch together. Me and you need to go to lunch together and put our brains. I want you to. Would you like to be my second chair host in my studio on my Wednesdays and Sundays show?
Wednesdays and Sundays. At what time are the shows?
Right now. What we're doing right now.
Well, I mean, when do you start?
What do I start?
I
start
at 8.
Yeah,
3 hours.
Right? Well, I start at 8. Yeah, around 8 o'clock as a rule.
At 8.
Yep.
9, 10, 11. So you go till 11.
Yep. We can even we can even change the time if you want. Hey, you can even cook me dinner. I got a nice stove here that I'm sure you shaking your ass would look good while I'm sitting here eating.
That's during. That's while I'm cooking. See,
well, okay.
But then when
we'll put that on Facebook Live right there, baby. That'll be our introduction to our show.
The introduction to the show. Well, we'll play it at lunch. And we'll talk.
Yeah,
how about that?
Yeah. I can't pay anything. I could pay you. I could probably give you a penny or two, but I ain't got shit for money. So you're kind of SOL there.
Well,
everything I do for my station comes out of my pocket because I also have to pay for licensing.
I get it.
Yeah, I got to pay for licensing. Yeah. I got to pay for. Matter of fact, my Florida regulation license is coming up at the end of this month. I got to take care of that. So I got to pay for it.
You know about Florida and their licensing. And they love their licenses.
Yep,
they sure do.
They do. Yep. And I even got one
license for everything.
Oh yeah, I got one for the county too and the city. I'm thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I bitched a fit about. Well, I didn't bitch a fit, but I just asked him. I says, "Let me ask you something." I says, "Why do I got to pay 2 licenses when I live in the same damn county?" That's just the way it is. That's so freaking. It's just money. It's all about money. Is what
it's money. It's all about money. Yep, it's all about money. That's exactly it.
It is, and that's what kills me. But yeah. So tell us a little bit about you. What do you do? How long have you been doing it? I'm guessing you've been in the radio business for a while now, right?
No, actually, let's see. How long has it been? I graduated 6 months ago. And I went on air.
Who found you?
Well, I was on air. I was on air 2 days later. I got myself on air. Let me put it to you that way.
Okay. You mean Mike didn't come running down the street and find you and picked you out and say, "Hey, come on."
No. It's hard work, man. You gotta have hard, but it's also laws of attraction.
Hard work. Come on. You were only 2 days out of school, and you're already on a talk show that's pretty much number one in Central Florida.
Oh, well, no, I was on the bench warmers 2 days out of it. But
close enough.
I was waiting for 3 months for school to start because I had to wait for my GI Bill to go through and all that great stuff, government stuff. And so every Thursday for 3 months, I would hang out up at the school and I would watch the school director do his radio show. And he has his own internet radio station. So I would just sit in there and watch. And then slowly but surely, he started letting me talk. And I got some airtime, and so I was doing it for 3 months, once a week before school even started.
Right.
And then once school started, I continued to keep doing his shows, 2 of them, and then I was, started learning how to run the soundboard and all that stuff. So I started helping with assistant producer and all that good stuff. Then I started running his internet things because I'm really good. It seemed to be really good at marketing and the whole, social networking and all that stuff.
Oh, you can help me market. Damn, you know what? I'm glad I found you. I really am. Because,
I had those.
We're going to become good friends here real quick. I can promise you that.
Well, I started doing that while I was in school, and then a friend of mine asked me to be a guest on the show, The Bench Warmers.
Right.
And they were, I just say they were in a little bit of trouble, and so I thanked them, and I asked what I could do to help, and he told me. So I got some sponsors. Then I got a spot on the show, and that's how that went. So I was on that show 2 days after school started, after I graduated.
Do you now?
That's a broker show.
Have you noticed that it seems like? Have you noticed that maybe the equipment's a little bit different than what they use in the schoolings, or have they actually? Have they actually updated from the 1980 boards to the?
No, they have not. No, but they tell you. Well, they tell you this. They say if you learn on this, and you can work this ancient piece of equipment, that you'll be able to run anything. But they do have the updated software and the updated computers, like their brand new Mac, and you know what I mean. And they have all the next gen and the Adobe Audition and all that stuff. So I know how to use all that. And I edit my show for podcasting.
Yeah,
so,
I've actually gotten pretty good. I got a program that believe it or not, my ex-wife's husband gave me. It's called Acid 4.0, and it's actually I use it for if I want to do like promo spots and stuff like that, because it'll actually let me cut and tape.
Right.
And, so I'm kind of getting used to that. I'm not nothing fancy or anything. Haven't gotten that far educated yet, but if you think about it. we're sitting here talking right now, and we're broadcasting, and
Right.
I got 2 laptops and a 6-channel mixer running the whole thing. That's it. So that's what. Yeah. So that's what
I have my laptop, which I have Adobe on it, Adobe Pro on there, so I use Audition, and then I just have my mic and run it through that.
Well,
so, I record on there.
I got a table that I actually got 3 boom mics set up because I used to have I had 2 co-hosts that used to come with me and do the show, Tammy and Milford. We used to do we did the show together for about a year, and they decided to go do other things and stuff like that. So yeah, I got a table that will sit 3 people. Hell, I even got internet for you. You can plug right into the wire. I got power for you. You're good to go. Bring your laptop. We're good to go. We'll be doing.
Well, see, but your mics aren't. They don't have Swarovski crystals all over them like mine does. See, I bling that out along with my Bose headphones. You got it. I'm a girl. I have to make it girly, so it's blinged out. So I'll have to bring mine.
Well, now wait a minute. I got a microphone here that I think that we can. Yeah, we could probably bling one of these microphones. I'm sure.
It's hard work too. Let me tell you.
What? Okay, okay. What the hell? You know who you remind me of right off the hand, right off the bat.
What?
Now that I've talked to you, you remind me of Savannah a lot because me and her.
My God! Don't you say that.
Me and Savannah's good. We're good friends. Are you friends with Savannah?
No, I'm not friends with her. She scares me.
No, Savannah's nice. I promise you, she's not. She's very polite. She's
no,
very
I believe
lovable.
that. I'm sure she is. I mean, I've seen her, I've heard her, and I've seen her on Facebook.
Well, I mean,
Live
granted, she does do some crazy ass things, but
yeah,
no, she wouldn't
that's what I mean.
She wouldn't. Yeah, I know. She wouldn't hurt a fly, and I don't think.
She plays with alligators and stuff.
Hey, I would play with alligators too, as long as I know they wouldn't bite me. But I don't know. Maybe because it's so white. She's so white, and she's got all them tattoos. Maybe they think that she's an albino alligator, and they just don't.
I don't know. I've never met her. I've never met her, but in person or anything.
She's a sweetheart. She's a doll, and she's good people.
Yeah, she seems like she's nice, but I wouldn't want to make her mad. I'll tell you that much.
Nah. So believe it. As long as I've known, let's see, I've known Savannah now. Well, this was back when she started, when she was the original Monsters, and then she left, and then she come back and hanging around. But I've stayed in contact with her. But yeah, she's a great person. I like her. She's been struggling and trying to make it, and and she's been pushing hard, and she got the job over there at Gatorland, and now she's just all happy and pig shit and all that, and she's doing real good, and I think sometimes the guys over there at the station kind of give her a hard time. I think she gets she gets a bad rap, but that's just we won't say no more about that. But
she's Swamp Girl, right?
Right, yeah.
Swamp Girl, yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I've seen her with the Gators and stuff. I'm like, that's crazy. But she seems like a sweetheart.
She is.
She does seem like. But yeah, I know she just got back to the area 6 months ago or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because she was living out in California. So, but it's funny.
Yeah, I'd like to meet her though.
It's funny because she said to me, she says, I don't know why I thought I had to move out to California because she's always loved Florida. She said I should have never left. I said, well, that was what you wanted to do. But yeah, she was glad that she got a chance to go to Australia too. But yeah, she's great people. I think you'd be just like her. I think this relationship right here with me and you, I think is going to go good. I think we're going to be the next month. We'll be the next. We'll bring in.
If I was on a show, I wouldn't take her shit like she does. They do give her a hard time. That'd be the difference. I wouldn't be taking her shit.
They do. And sometimes, it's funny because I do the same thing every now and then when Tammy was on the show with us. And, some people think they ask you, well, is it an act? Are you just doing it for an act, or is it real? Or are you really screwing with them? So sometimes you really don't know. You don't know if they're if they're really screwing with you or if it's just an act. But, yeah.
You could tell most of the time, though. Most of us, if we're in the business and we know them, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's kind of hard to tell for listeners, that's for sure.
Right. What? So you started out at the Benchwarmers. Go ahead, start from there again. I didn't mean to cut you off and get off sidetracked.
Well, I started doing my wanting to do my own thing, so I drew up a proposal and everything for the sweet spots before. I was even done with school because I thought about doing that, the whole sex and relationship thing. And kind of had the proposal made, drawn up, and shown it to a few different internet radio stations because I don't know how well it would be taken on terrestrial radio, or how much they would allow me to say when it comes to sex and relationships, you know what I mean? So
I'm sure, like I said, Howard Stern proved that fact, so I don't think it'd be like I said, from what I know and from what I've heard, as long as it's in contents of a medical purpose or something like that, you can talk about it the whole damn time you want.
Right.
So, yeah, I'd say go for it.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it would be raunchy or, you know what I mean? It's not like on that end of things. But, yeah, I do want to talk about kind of weird stuff, fetishes and stuff like that. So I don't know if, how much they would allow me to say. So,
well,
anyways,
you know what? Then put your shows together. You'll be my second in command over here across from me, and we'll do the shows right here on this one.
On your station?
We can do that.
Do you have talk on there? I thought it was just music.
No. Wednesdays is normally my talk show. I do interviews. I mix it up. I do a little bit of both. I could do music or I could do talk shows. Normally Wednesday is my talk shows because Wednesday I also broadcast on iHeartRadio. Whatever I do on the show on Wednesday, it goes directly to iHeartRadio.
All righty. On the app?
Yeah, well, no, yeah. It goes. Yeah, you can get it from the app, or you can go to the actual website on iHeartRadio and just type in "Sitting on the Tailgate," and it pulls up the show.
Oh, very cool. All right.
And plus, right now, we're broadcasting live too. Spreaker.com is what I use to broadcast with. So, we're in 7 different countries worldwide. So, you're famous now.
Oh, very cool.
You're famous now.
I'm famous now.
Yep.
Well, hey.
Hey!
I just need that famous money now. That's all I need.
Well, I don't everybody. We all need famous money. That's for sure.
We need that famous money, man.
Have you thought about? Have you ever thought about doing music too, or are you strictly wanting to be just talk radio?
Well, no, I thought about doing music. I know how to do all the DJ breaks and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, not necessarily. Because it's a little bit different. Because a lot of people ask me the same thing. DJing on a radio show in a studio is totally different than DJing like in a club or a venue. Because
I don't do that.
Yeah, you're not having. Yeah, you don't have to scratch. You don't have to transition. You don't have to do that. All you got to do in the studio is just basically push a button, and that's it.
I don't mix.
Right. I don't either. I mix a little bit when I do my gigs and events. I don't mix. I do a little bit of mixing, but I don't scratch. I do a lot of transitions.
Right.
So I've gotten good, but I don't do the wiki stuff like that.
I don't know how to do any of that.
I haven't gotten too so good at that. I got a friend that I grew up in high school. He still does vinyl. He's a vinyl DJ here.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah, he still does.
That's real DJing right there. That's real mixing.
Yep. So, but
because I've watched plenty of my friends do it, and the guy, the director of the school, he did it, and I sat there and watched him because he mixes on his station. I can't say it looks that hard. I really.
It's more like playing an instrument because it's more of memory with your hands and with doing the buttons and stuff like that.
But you can also just take whatever you want and like slow the beat down or speed it up so it can mix into another song. You know what I mean? It makes it easier. It makes it a lot easier. And it's really your library. Like the bigger the digital library, of course, the better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yep.
Yeah. I don't do that though. Yeah, like you said, gift for gab. I talk. I do the talk. I like to talk. So.
Are you going to Earth Day birthday this weekend?
A friend of mine has been bugging me about it. I went last year, but I'm thinking about going to the big 420 festival over on the East Coast.
I'm trying to remember that. Where's the 420 festival going to be at?
It's going to be over at Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did catch something about that on Facebook about that. But, Super Dave from WJRR, he also does the coleslaw wrestling with me out there at the Cabbage Patch during Bike Week.
Oh, really? He's. Yep. I talked to him I just talked to him last week, too, and I told him to hook me up with a ticket. But,
I just gave away 2 pair of tickets during Bike Week this year for Earth Day birthday.
No, did you?
Yep.
Got any more?
No,
Got any more?
Not now. And I'm sure Dave don't have none either because it's so close to So close to,
Yeah.
birthday, so I'm sure he's out of tickets too. But
Well, I know somebody who's got 10 of them, but he won't come off of them for, he ain't going to come off of them for me. So, butthead. He's
why?
Butthead.
Is he trying to, is he not going to sell them, or is he just, in other words, he just don't want to give them to you because he may not like you?
Well, no. He won VIP passes and everything. It's his birthday this weekend, so he's like celebrating his birthday there.
So he's going to hold on to 10 tickets for no reason.
No. He's got a bunch of people going because of his birthday.
Okay.
So yeah. So I'm pretty sure he sold them to them. But yeah, he wants to make it. He's making it a big deal because it's his birthday weekend too.
Well, that's kind of weird because I don't know how you could sell if they were complimentary tickets. Do you know complimentary tickets now doesn't have a price on them at all or anything? So you can't really actually sell.
Yeah.
You can't really actually sell them because there's no value. There's no face value on them. That's the thing.
Well, not legally. You can't do it legally.
Well, yeah, I know. Shh. We're on the radio.
Don't tell.
Don't talk about that.
I don't know this guy. I don't know who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about anybody. I don't know anybody.
Okay, so bench warmers. Where'd you go from bench warmers to what was next?
Well, I've been working. Well, it wasn't long ago. I didn't leave the bench warmers that long ago. But since the bench warmers, I've been guesting over on Bianchi a couple of times, and I've been working on my sweet spot and kind of like the cooking thing.
How did you find Mike, or did Mike find you?
Well, no. I'm friends with Doc and Stedman.
Okay, so Doc brought you on. Okay, I got
Yeah. Doc contacted me and asked me about going on there. But so I've guessed it a few times when Mike's out of town, like when he has to go to big events. Like they just had the big, the basketball thing. The UCF had their big game.
Oh yeah, the division,
right.
Playoffs, yeah.
Right. So he went to that, and then when the college football was going on, he was gone, and it went to that. So, when they got an empty chair, he's nice enough to call me up, say, "Hey, you want to come in?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I want to come in." So I go and I guest spot.
Where do you broadcast your sweet spot at from? Do you do it just?
Well, I haven't yet.
Okay.
I didn't finish telling you.
Okay, I'm listening.
There's I've got 4 stations interested. So I kind of one of them I'm not really too cool with because it is kind of a raunchy one, and then I'm not too sure about the other ones yet. Like I said, I just stopped doing the bench warmers probably about 4 weeks ago, so it's been a little less than a month, I think. So I've just been working on my thing lately and doing some recordings just because I want to have something that they can listen to.
Right.
So here's a show, and then I've also been working on another show called Dee Dee's Tight Ends, which is
jeez, how convenient that is.
Which is a sports talk show, but it is all females. So that's why it's Dee Dee's Tight Ends, because we're a bunch of hot chicks talking about sports. But it's
now wait a minute. Why are you calling it a tight end? Why can't you just call it a wide receiver?
No, because we're not wide receivers. We're tight ends.
Well, okay.
That's a whole other thing. I can't speak. I can only speak for myself.
Yes,
actually,
yes,
I'll only speak for myself. But I'll just say that. But it'll be more like, it's not gonna be your typical, talking about stats and all that, because we're girls. So we're gonna be talking about more. It's gonna be more like a TMZ style sports talk show. So it'll be like, the crazy stuff that these freaking football players do when they're in their off time, or relationships that are breaking up. All these athletes that, I don't like to say it, but a lot of them get in trouble. So I could probably do a whole, 30-minute segment right there on different, crazy stuff that they're doing and the trouble they're in. But so it's basically going to be a lot of stuff like that. But
like I said, we need to sit down and talk because and
I got another idea.
You got all kinds. Yeah, we definitely. Hell, we might as well start it. We might as well start at lunchtime and go into dinner. I'll have to buy you dinner too. But yeah, this
is 3 shows.
This is good because I've been looking for somebody to come and sit in the second seat with me again, and have some ideas to do some shows and stuff like that. Because like I said, right now Wednesday and Sunday is the only time I do a show. But I'd like to have other DJs to come in and do a show with me too, and kind of help with that and stuff like that. You'd have free reign of the websites, production, the marketing, the whole 9 yards. So Yeah, and what the ideas that you want to do, if the FM stations doesn't want nothing to do with it, well, to hell with them. We'll put it on internet radio, and everybody will have the link to where they can go listen to the show live, or they can listen to it on demand, and that'll be that. And it'll get your name out there, because like I said, I got a penny I can pay you, but that's about it. I may have a few more pennies, but I'd love to. I'd love to bring in people to be able to pay them, but without sponsorship, until I get some sponsorships to where they're gonna back me up and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to do that. You can't do it like FM stations because they got them corporate assholes that have their pockets full of money that they're the ones that's backing them up. Of course, they have to do what they say. So
now I think I could get me some backup.
Oh,
let me just say that
I would love you because I'll tell you right now. Here's what I do have available right now. Well, I just got done telling you, didn't you, about the station up the street here, the AM station? Yeah,
Sanford.
Yeah,
I've got a friend that's got the same thing. But it's over in Lakeland. He's got a house, and he's got his own tower and his own station on the AM, and yeah. But it's like a lot of news and weather and that type of thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah, traffic, news, weather. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's why. Yeah, that's why with my show, I'd like to mix it up. Because I also have a friend that's a DJ in New York that she does country and pop. I'd love to have a mixture of everything because I'm just not country because Florida Country Radio can actually be its own entity program or show because everything is done by WBCW Networks. Action Works Entertainment is the company that owns WBCW Networks, and then we have like Sitting on Tailgate and Florida Country Radio and stuff like that. So hell, we can even have Diana's booty shaking hip hop music hour or something like that. So yeah, I'm up for doing a bunch of stuff because that's pretty much the name of the game nowadays. You got to be versatile on wanting to do stuff to get anywhere ahead of the game to be able to, to compete and keep up with people.
Well, we need to set up a lunch and talk off air and see what we can make happen. How about that?
Yeah, we can definitely do that. What'd you fix for dinner tonight?
I didn't tell you. I made papa rellenas and I made tostones.
Oh, so you're Italian?
No, I'm Cuban.
Okay. I know where the attitude comes from now. Okay, you need to tell me where you need to find me a good tattoo artist because I want to get a few more tattoos. I got one, but I want a few more. And
you know what? I need to go back anyway. So maybe
I don't want to have to pay. I don't have to pay an arm and a leg out the ass to spend on a tattoo. I want somebody that's going to be reputable and be fair and whatnot and stuff like that,
Well, exactly. Have you seen my half sleeve?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go full sleeve. People were telling me, even my sister's got 20, I think she got like 20-some tattoos. But when she's dressed, you can't see them. She says when it comes to corporate business or in the industry, she says, don't get your hands done. Don't get your face done. Because everything else you can cover up. It doesn't make a difference. So
right. Well, see, I only went to my elbow, but I do have a couple of wrist tattoos, and I'm also thinking about taking it down my hand. But the good thing is, in our business, who gives a shit?
Well, yeah, right? That's true too. But if we ever get huge, to where say like like if me and you have to go to the CMA festivals or the ACM's Country Music Awards, we're going to have to, look like, country folk instead of, hard rock metal. Of course, I don't know. Hell,
there's a lot of country people that got tattoos.
I know. I was going to say, Florida Georgia line. Yeah, I know. They, they're pretty much. Yeah, they pretty much blew that out of the water. So,
but yeah, you don't want to do your neck or your. Well, see, now before I was in radio, I was a medical esthetician, and I did laser tattoo removal, laser hair removal, and spider vein removal, and I got to dodge fat when they did the laser liposuction. So
you're a Beverly Hills plastic surgeon.
Well, I did all that stuff before I got into radio. So, and I owned my own business. I actually closed it and went back to school. Yeah, call me crazy. But
yeah, exactly. So because with all the liposuction and the boob implants, you could have made a killing. What the hell?
Well, I did the aftercare stuff. See, is what I did, and then the laser treatments. Like I said, I zapped off the tattoos and the hair. Yeah, so I've seen some stuff, man. I've seen some stuff.
Right.
Let me tell you. Yeah. Some stuff that I didn't care to see. But some stuff that probably their partners hadn't even seen. But let me put you that way. I got up close and personal with these people.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. And then they feel free to tell me anything and everything. So, yeah, I think when you're in that position, it's kind of hard, pretty vulnerable.
Oh yeah, I get people telling me shit all the time, but I have no clue what their life is about or what they do and everything, and they just start rambling off to me, and I'm thinking, what the hell? I probably know enough shit that when I die, I could probably make a damn book, a bestseller out of.
Oh, I know, right?
Out of people that I don't even know of,
Between that and being a bar, tending bar back in the day, yeah, I got stories. Yes, I definitely got the stories.
How come you don't bartend anymore?
Oh gosh, I was in my 20s when I did that.
Well, shit,
yeah, I don't
you're
want to
only
sling drinks
You're
anymore.
only 31 now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm 43, son. I'm gonna be 44 in September.
Hey, if I can have some girls say I look like I'm 31 in the middle of Bike Week in Daytona at the oldest biker bar in Florida, I'm sure you probably look 21.
Oh, well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Now, I get hit on by the youngins all the time. I get hit on by the youngins, and it kind of creeps me out because they're not much older than my oldest son. So
Right.
it's like, no, I don't want to babysit. No, thank you.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, but of course I got girlfriends. They're like, go for it, girl. Why don't you get your little boy toy? No, I don't want to babysit.
I got one. Yeah, I got three of my own. I got one boy. He's left, and he's still in high school. He's got 3 more years, and then my other 2 girls, they're grown and done with school. So, but
they're how old? They're how?
My
how old are they?
oldest is 22. My middle one is 19, and my boy is 16. So
Let's see, I got 18. I got 18, 15, and 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I got one out the house. Oh, one's gone. 2 down, or 1 down, 2 go.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're real. Yep. You're real close to following me, right behind, right at the door.
So get the hell out! No, I'm kidding. I love them to death.
I know.
But little shits. No.
My thing is, my thing is, my boy. He's hooked on video games, though. He comes home.
Oh, aren't they all?
Oh my
Aren't
God, no! Because when we were growing up, we only had. Well, of course, we had the video games. I mean, I can remember playing Pac-Man and Space Invaders and Asteroids and even the Atari.
We had
even the Atari.
Yeah.
I had the old Atari set. Matter of fact,
I had it.
I did too, and my mom gave it to us when we got married, and I can't. For the life of me, I don't know if I must have gotten rid of it or something, or maybe she still has it, my ex. But, yeah, I had the original Atari game that my mom got me back in what was it, when they come out, 82?
Had to be 80-something, 82,
yeah, 80
I
something,
think.
something like that, yeah.
I think it's 82. I think you're right.
But, yeah, I had all that shit. But, no, my boy, he's into the new stuff. He played the Black Ops games and stuff like that now.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah,
he's good with numbers. He's real good with numbers. He's quick with numbers.
See, that's my 18-year-old too. He's like really good. I mean, he was in 10th grade taking like college calculus, and I'm like, why are you? But yeah, he's into that stuff too. And let me tell you, expensive, very expensive. The games are like $60, and then he needs a $30 expansion. And I need a $30 expansion, and I need $30 for the code. And I'm like, what?
You know what he gave me? You know what he gave me for Christmas a couple years ago? He gave me his first original Wii. I got his Wii here at the yeah. He says here.
Hey, those can be fun though.
No, yeah, because I used to play with it all the time. I used to play with him all the time. We did the darts and the tennis and the golf game and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like the golf and the bowling.
Yeah, but I use it. But I use it now because it's actually got Netflix on it, so I use it for Netflix.
Right. Yeah, I use it for the internet. And then you can play Blu-rays on it too, I think.
Yep. But yeah, I don't even have any CDs left. I got a few movies left in CDs because I just got rid of them. There's no reason to kick because everything nowadays you can record off a damn VCR, not a VCR. VCR.
On the DVR.
Yeah, DVR. VCR. I still have a VCR, believe it or not. I do.
Is it in the attic?
No, it's actually sitting up underneath the table, underneath the TV in the living room, and it's sitting up in the cabinet. It's not plugged in or anything, but it's down in there because I have videotapes that I need to really transfer them. But I still got them on videotape, like a lot of the stuff that we did when Florida was on fire back in '98 when I was out there working.
Right. I remember that.
Yep, from the tornadoes that we had when it went through Kissimmee and Winter Garden. I got that on video. So, yeah, I still got a lot of stuff that I still got on VHS that I have to transfer.
It's just kind of there for looks now, right?
Yeah, well, you can't even see it because it's up. It's in the. It's up under the cabinet with the doors shut. You know.
Like it's part of my my collection of retro.
Are you trying to say that I'm just around now for looks or what? What the hell? Come on now.
It's just for retro looks. That's what it is.
Yeah, retro. Well, there ain't nothing retro about me. That's for damn sure.
I think retro is the cool word for old.
Oh, is that what it is? I thought the
I
thought the cool word for old was the hippie days.
No, I think now it's like us. We're retro.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that? 80s is old. My kid told me the other day, Mom, I like music from your time. You know, the 1900s. I was like, what? What?
But,
yeah,
but you know what, though? Get this. It's funny because I don't give a shit who you are and what people say. There's still kids today listening to old school rock like AC/DC, Pink Floyd, Molly Hatchet, you know, stuff that we grew up on.
Oh, my kid does.
Yeah, that we grew up on. So, so the next time they say you're back in your 1900s, say, well, you're listening to the same shit that I listened to back in the 1900s.
Well, that's what he's saying. I was listening to his playlist, and he's got old Bowie on there, and even even Lynyrd Skynyrd, and I've got him listening to Pink Floyd, of course, and Led Zeppelin, and I'm like, you better listen to this good stuff. You're going to listen to some old stuff, but even Queen, I was like, what are you doing listening to that?
Pull out the Rob Zombie or the Deadpool. Yeah.
I've done that. I pulled out the Megadeth and the Metallica, and then I even like the old skating rink stuff. I mean, they listen to Freakazoid and No Parking on the Dance Floor.
That's my DJ playlist that I have on my other laptop when I do gigs. I think I got probably over 40,000 songs, and I got a lot of old school stuff.
Yeah, I've got them listening to that a long time ago when they were little. They're in the car jamming to Freakazoid and and some old let's see, what is it, Brick House, and they like we dig that. Listen to the car. That's a car party playlist.
Definitely. So, what else? What else do people out there in radio land need to know about you?
I don't know. I think I'm pretty much. Well, you got to keep a little mystery, but I don't know.
I don't know. The ass shaking thing probably might have blown that little mystery part there a little bit.
I'm Latina. I told you that.
I know. That's good. You know what? I'm going to your Facebook page right now. I want to see this ass shaking thing going on here.
We got the booty that we're supposed to shake it. Yeah, we can't help it. Actually, it kind of takes over. Like it's beyond my control at this point. Like if music comes on and it's digging it, my booty just starts shaking. It's kind of like she says she does her own thing. It's my party booty. That's what I call it.
Your what? Your party
booty?
My
party booty. Yeah, party booty. I just can't help it sometimes. And actually, I've been told that I do it in my sleep. Can you believe that? That I shake my booty in my sleep.
Well, what you need to do, you need to set you up a video camera. You got like a GoPro or anything at the house?
Well, no. I think my boyfriend does, though. I can ask him.
Well, there you go. Tell him to set up a video camera at night when you're sleeping, and and see exactly what happens when because if they say that you supposedly do this in your sleep, then you're either dreaming or something's going on.
Well, also I've been told my kid has told me that too. So apparently it's true. Like I was taking a nap and he was in there watching a movie and said, "You're doing your booty dance. I could see the sheet moving." So apparently it's true. But no, I don't trust him setting up no camera in the bedroom. You crazy? Hell no. He might turn that thing on when I don't know it.
Let me ask you a question while I got you on the phone. What's up with all the crap that goes? Why are these girls so infatuated with all these so-called memes on like Snapchat and like the whiskers and the ears and the glittery stuff? I mean, don't you girls have anything better to do than the post?
What are you talking about?
I
don't even know what you're talking about.
Like on the phones and stuff like that. When the girls take the selfies or whatever, and they got these things that pop up on the screen, like a cat tail or ears.
That's Snapchat.
Oh, is that Snap?
That's
Yeah.
Snapchat.
See, I don't do Snapchat, so I don't know.
Well, see, I just started it. I just started Snapchat, and my kids set me up, and I have an account. But see, what I do is I go on there and I use the little cute filters, and I save the picture, and then I post it to Facebook.
So you can actually do it on Snap. So you don't really post on Snapchat. You just use the memes and stuff.
I use Snapchat. Right. I use the filters. They're filters, and if you do different things, if you open your mouth, it'll make a tongue come out of your mouth, or you can even do like little recordings.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll change your voice and stuff like that. They put up different filters for the holidays. Like right now, I think there's a bunny on there, and different ones because the Easter just went by and all that stuff. And of course, they'll have one for 420, which I think is hilarious.
What are they going to have at 420 now?
They're going to have like a 420 filter. They do every year. So it'll be like you go on there and a bunch of pot leaves are falling around you or something like that, or you know what I mean? Yeah. And you can make a little video of it, or you smoke it. It'll be a filter of something. It'll show a hand come up to your mouth and you smoking. Like if you move your hand or you open your mouth, it'll do different things. So I just go on there and save the little videos or make the little memes of the filters, and then I just post them on Facebook or I post them on Instagram because I don't really do anything on Snapchat but use the camera filters.
So you're a user. Does your boyfriend know this?
I'm a user of Snapchat. Snapchat's my bitch. I use it for the filters. My filter bitch. Yeah, I do.
Hey, I'm looking at your sleeve here. What made you decide to go with flowers? Because most people go with like the traditional tribal or whatever they decide.
Well,
I mean, I like the flowers. I think the flowers are cool. You must like flowers. You like to garden or whatnot.
It's a Polynesian tattoo. Like I don't know if you can see on other pictures, I have one around my ankle, which is called a talbai.
Right.
And I got that done in Hawaii. I lived in Hawaii for a few years because I'm an ex-military wife.
Oh,
I was for 15 years.
Okay.
So I've traveled quite a bit, and I lived in Hawaii for a little bit and for 3 years. And when I first got over there, I decided that I wanted to learn how to do Tahitian dancing. So I learned how to do it, and I started doing competition. I joined a professional troupe over there. We did competitions and shows and weddings and all kinds of stuff like that. And after 18 months, I earned the tattoo on my ankle, and it was done old poly style and behind a shack in Waianae. So, the whole, 2 pieces of coal wood and a shell and tapping for 11 freaking hours.
Yeah. On your ankle, that's got to hurt like hell.
Oh, yeah, and on the top of my foot, and then it goes up my legs some. The more pain you can take, the longer they do the tattoo. So that kind of shows, your tolerance or whatever. But
right, yeah.
The one on my arm is another thing. It's a lot of Hawaiian flowers. I love flowers. I'm a tropical kind of girl.
Right. Well, yeah. If it's if you lived in Hawaii, I would think so too.
So you might see some of my Tahitian dancing videos on there. Actually, I don't know if you know what that is. But
well, if it's kind of like belly dancing, I probably got somewhat of an idea. I'm looking at the Snapchat right here with the ring in your nose. That's pretty hot. With the dark
the rocker one.
Yeah, the dark lipstick and the
Yeah,
that
was the rocker filter. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so not me. I got so many different.
I don't know. I think you might want to. I think you might want to look into that because. That's a good look there for you.
You think that's a hot look?
Oh, yes.
Huh? I would not do the ring in the nose. I'm not piercing anything on my face. No. Okay. I just did my toe, though. I got a dermal in my toe. It's really cute.
Ow. How the hell do you wear shoes?
I don't. I'm always either barefoot or I wear sandals all the time. So, yeah, it's going to take a long time to heal. And then I used to teach fitness classes and yoga as a yoga instructor. So all the classes I taught were barefoot. The Tahitian dance is barefoot.
You sure you aren't redneck?
Huh?
You sure you aren't redneck? Being barefoot all the time?
Well, yeah, I'm a southern tropical girl. I'm from Florida.
Yeah, well, yeah. Whereabouts? Are you originally from Orlando?
Oh, yeah. I was born down at, it was Orange Memorial back then, or MC now. But
yep.
Yeah. I was born right down there on Orange Avenue. I'm a native.
I can remember when University Boulevard was just a 2-lane road all the way to the college with orange groves on both sides.
Oh, yeah. You remember Dean Road ended and...
Yep.
or not Dean Road, Curry Ford. Curry Ford.
Yeah, Curry Ford did, yeah.
Throughout. Yeah, and there was nothing out there. There was no Lake Nona. That was Moss Park back in the day.
Yep.
You didn't. You got.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you would actually have to drive all the way. You'd have to go down to the airport, take a side road off the airport to get back to Moss Park. To get back on Moss Road. Yeah, to get back in there.
Yeah, and the last store was by that 3-point bowling alley, and then it was nothing. And when I moved back here, I was like, "What is this?" There's golf courses out there and all kinds of stuff because it was nothing when I moved away.
Yep. iDrive wasn't the same. I mean, iDrive has completely gone ape shit out there.
Oh, iDrive was the spot when we were younger. You remember cruising iDrive?
Parking lot, baby. I remember that. That was the only place to go that you could sit, and it would take you 2 hours to go from Wet and Wild all the way to Sand Lake.
Burger King.
Yep.
The Burger King. Yep. You turn around at Burger King and then go back the other way. Yeah, that was the shit to do. We'd go back behind SeaWorld when there was some woods back there. I think there still is.
There still is, but they've kind of watched it back there because a lot of people have been getting hurt and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of people bring their mud trucks and stuff back there too. So
right. Well, yeah, that's what we used to do. And park back there and party, and then do quarter-mile races back there where there was nothing. When Dr. Phillips wasn't there.
I see your high school picture.
Oh gosh, which one?
You got a blue shirt on, and you're rocking the high top do there with the braces.
I had braces forever. You must see, is it a Billabong sweatshirt?
I don't know. I can't. Let me see here.
It's like a light blue.
Yep. Got a patch on it.
That's my Billabong sweatshirt, man. I was a beach girl back then. Still am. Actually, I need to go catch a sunrise. That'll make you. That'll cure. It's the cure for all.
I just never.
Here's what ails you.
I've never been too much of a beach person. I mean, I like going to the beach. I don't like getting out in the water because of the salt. I don't like the salt in my eyes. Now, swimming pool, you can get me in a pool anytime. And I've always been a good swimmer. I can swim real good and all that good stuff. I don't know. I just never really.
What about the springs?
The springs are good. I used to go to Blue Springs all the time. I used to go to Wekiva. I used to hit all them places.
Yeah, Rock Springs. Yeah, I love Rock Springs.
Rock Springs ain't like it used to be, though. Rock Springs now has just kind of went downhill, I think. I mean, it used to be, they used to keep it nice and clean and upkeep and everything. And now it seems like everybody goes out to Wekiva Falls. I guess that's the popular spot now that everybody goes.
Yeah, a lot more people are going to Wekiva. But Rock Springs still gets packed. It gets really packed. I think that's the problem. Like, too many people going there now. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Because they'll close the gates and you can't get in at certain times of year because they'll get packed. And they'll say, nope, sorry, we're not letting anybody in. You drove out all the way out here for nothing. Turn around and go home.
Right, yeah, definitely.
But I rented tubes. Yeah, that's always fun.
Yep. I remember that. Yeah, because and the water was so clear. I liked it when the water was so clear.
See, I like water that I can see in. That's why I like the West Coast better than I like the East Coast beaches because the water's so pretty over there.
You like the Gulf Coast?
Clear.
Yeah, the Gulf Coast is really clear.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, that's just because
the shells and the sand.
That's just because of the shelf and the current. The current's not like it is over on the East Coast. So.
Yeah, I can stand up paddleboard over there. I like it. And it's clear. You can see what's going to eat you. If there's anything in there.
What's going to eat you?
I like to see what's coming at me. Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, I'm going to definitely, I'll probably give you a call probably tomorrow or the next day. But we definitely need to sit down and figure out a day to go and hook up for lunch and talk, because it sounds like we got a lot of ideas that we can put together. Free reign of the studio here for your shows that you want to do, and we can do some shows together. We can make it happen, definitely. I think we can.
All right. Well, give me a call.
I will definitely give you a call until somebody else calls you and wants them to come work for you. If Russ and Bo decides to call you, just tell them hell no, that you're already working for Big Country, and it's all good. And if Mike Biondi's listening, Mike, get me on your show. I'd be glad to come and sit as a guest one day and talk with you, because I like Ping. Ping's the man. Ping's crazy.
Oh, I know Ping. I know Ping.
Ping's a hoot. I talk to him on Twitter quite a bit sometimes, but he's good.
Oh, yeah.
He's good.
I know Ping.
Definitely.
A smart ass is what he is.
Oh, yeah. He
Ping.
is. Yes, definitely he is. Yep. And he's an instigator, and he's an instigator, too, because he always likes to talk about the situation with Anthony. Or with,
And he likes to talk about how he's much bigger than Mike is. So,
well, yeah, because Mike's only like 5 foot nothing.
Well, no. I'm talking about like he's a bigger star, like he's a bigger celebrity. Yeah.
Okay.
He likes to say, "I'm on 7 billboards in Orlando."
Well, just look at it this way. Mike just needs to say, "Well, at least nobody has to look at me all the time. They got to look at you. They can't. And they can't get rid of you. They'd have to change the TV channel."
Right. They have to see your face. No, he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy, though.
Oh yeah, he is. All right, dear. Well, let me. I'm gonna give you the clap here as you're going out, and I want to say thank you for being on the show and hanging with us. I will definitely be in touch with you. Now that I got your number, I'll be bugging you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, just wanted to.
All right, give me a call.
Just wanted to let you know. All right, dear. We will talk to you soon. Have a good night. Okay.
All right. Thanks. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So we may have some more interesting things going on here at the station. Oh, we got all kind of ideas. Oh my God. I think it's going to be awesome. I really do. Let's do this here real quick. Let's take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to close out the night and talk about who we got for Sunday show and all that good stuff. So it's a good thing, right? Hang tight. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
White and shy most of the time. She gets a little crazy when she drinks wine. It don't take her much to catch a buzz. Yeah, I love when she's tipsy, when she drinks my whiskey. Gives me that smile when I know what it means. She's ready to go. All it takes is some Jack and 7, then I'm in heaven. I love the way she loves me when she drinks my whiskey. all. She gives me that smile when I know what it means. She's ready to go. All it takes is some Jack and 7, then I'm in heaven. Cause I love the way she loves me when she drinks my whiskey. When she drinks my whiskey. That girl don't know what she does to me. I look in her eyes and all I see is the woman that I've seen in all my dreams. Yeah, yeah. She's quiet and shy most of the time. She gets a little crazy when she drinks the wine.
WBCW Wednesday nights, sitting on a tailgate, hanging with you. That's going to do it for our show tonight. We got nothing else going on for tonight, so we're going to sign off a little bit early. Sunday night, we are going to be talking with Derek Kreider and Heather on Sunday. The Nashville duo, they're a couple, so but they do their own music together and separate. So we're going to kind of get 2 for 1 that night. So, so we're going to be talking with them. Don't forget that the Top 20 Countdown should start up here the 1st of next month, so be prepared to start voting for your favorite artist here on the station. And then, of course, talking with Diana Aguilar tonight. We want to thank her for coming on the show with us and talking to Brandon Maddox. And who knows? We got maybe this is a sign. Maybe we're going to start doing a lot of different things together and whatnot and things like that. So that could be a plus, but it might be okay. It might be all good. Yeah. So it's just it's amazing. It's amazing. Don't forget, we're going to be out at Bike Fest for Leesburg next weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Wildwood Recreational Park. It's on US 301 in Wildwood. We got all kind of events, games, live music. We're going to be out there, so it's going to be a good thing. Come and check it out. And hit us up on our Facebook page, our Twitter page, and our Instagram page, all.com/Florida_country_radio country. And check us out. You can hear all of our shows if you don't ever get a chance to listen to us live on the show. What else have I forgot? Our YouTube channel. We got a YouTube channel. Don't forget about that. Our website, WBCWradio.com. Check us out there. And you can also hear music on the link that's on the on the front page of the website right there. It says, I think it says Music 24/7. You click on that, and that'll send you right to the station radio channel itself. It's got music playing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can hear everything going on there. Again, thanks to our guest for being on the show tonight and all that good stuff. I'm Big Country. I'm getting ready to head on out this way and walk this way and talk this way. And I think that that's a good thing. I feel positive now. I feel positive about some stuff happening. I really do. I think it's a good thing. I'm your host, Big Country. Have a good night. We'll see you Sunday right here, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central on the WBCW networks. Bye-bye.